Hi there lovelies. So today's video, I thought I would show you some of the brushes that I use because it seems to be quite a hot topic. Everybody wants to know what brushes I use to do my seascapes and landscapes and skies, you know, and clouds and things. It seems to be what everybody wants to know about. So I thought I'd do that, very short video, and I also thought that I would share a few tips and tricks with you, especially for the new subscribers, because they haven't seen some of my older videos. And I want to thank everyone that sent in absolutely lovely comments about how my work inspires people. And I've just had some lovely comments and I'm so pleased. I also want to thank the people that have sent me super thanks. I really appreciate it, and it really does help to keep the channel going. So thanks for that. So, thought we'd do a landscape today. So with that, I'll say, let's go. So, it's been a slight change of plan. I said I was going to incorporate a landscape into this video, but I think it's going to be too, the video will be too long. So what I'll do is, I'll just do the brushes and techniques in this video, and I'll do a landscape in the next one. Okay, let's get started. Right, I'm back. Now, anybody that is very particular about their brushes and has them all pristine and, you know, clean, absolutely clean, spend hours doing them, you better look away now, I think, because this is not the reality of a real professional artist studio. The reality is this, and that's if you're lucky. Especially, I've had to clean up these palette knives. They're the palette knives that I use. So let's talk about it. Right, so the brush, these are the palette knives that I use here. That's about all of them. And this lovely long elongated one there, that is what I use for doing the surf. You know, let's pretend we've got this here, and I will just dot it on there like that with a palette knife. I don't use a brush at all. So that's that one. This is a favourite for doing, like, I'll show you, little yachts. I'll show you an example. This is a favourite one for that because it's very small and it's very pointy and sharp. So I would just do that on the canvas. So that's that one. Right, now the brushes. So to do a sky like this, clouds, and this is a bit, this paint here is a bit thicker. Let me show it to you far away because this one is varnished. So it's shiny, it's a bit shiny. You know, let's see if I can, let me see what I can do here. That's better, it's not shining as much. So to do those, to do the clouds and stuff, these are my favourites, this kind of thing. And the reason I know these are my favourites that I use for clouds, are I paint the handles deliberately so they stand out from the rest. So the quite old bristle brushes, I've got one here that's, where's that one gone? It's really, really old. A lot of these brushes are like 10 years old, you know. That's a fairly new one, but a lot of them, and I use these. If I'm doing a big canvas, I use a brush like that. Now, a lot of my work is, let's just see, a lot of my work is And sometimes I cut the bristles as well. I cut the bristles and use them for different things, you know. What else? I use these. All my brushes are bristle brushes. Hog's hair. Okay, I was just looking for one. I think I've got one here that is, oh yeah, here they are. These are the favourites. Here's some favourites. They're a bit wet, these ones, but let me get a cloth a second. When I'm painting, let's get a cloth here. Dry them off a little bit. When I'm painting, I don't wash my brushes. I often use the residue from one colour into another colour, and that's how I get all these lovely different colours. This one is, see the bristles? That's been worn down. This is about, it's over 10 years old, that brush, and I'm still using it, and it's amazing. That is got a white handle, so that is one of the favourites for clouds. Whoops, Daisy. There you are. You see what I've done there? I've cut the bristles. So I get different effects, you see, with that. Here is another ancient one. This one is probably on its last legs. It's terrible when I have to get start wearing a new brush down. Oh, it's terrible. But that one's got a bit of life left in it. It's not as worn as the other one I showed you. What's that one? It's not, look, it's not as bad as that. As worn down as that, almost, but not quite. So there you are. That's the secret of the brushes that everybody seems to want to know. And I think the dirtier and the more worn they are, and the better effects you get. I'll put that there. And let's see, what else do I? Yeah, oh, I've shown you those ones. So I've got all kinds of brushes that I use. That's another one. That's lovely for doing certain things, you know. Right. I think that's about it for brushes. I mean, I'll just show you. I've got quite a lot of different brushes that I use. Okay, so I'll just give you 2 or 3 tips now at the end of the video, just to, you know, just to see if you like them. So tip number 1, my favourite tip, is if you've got paint tubes that are almost empty, you can get a lot more paint out of them if you cut them off like this. Cut them off and put one of those clamps on them and just scrape out the paint, and as it gets lower and lower, you just cut it off. Just cut it off again until you get right down to the bottom, right down to there. So that's tip number 1, save you a lot of money. Right, tip number 2, you can make a beautiful, I usually use cream in my skies, and what I do is I get the I mix the white with cream, and to make the cream I use white and yellow ochre, and I make a great big pot of it because I'm painting every day. This is my job, this is full-time job, and I've got my artwork in galleries online galleries, several. So this is what I do every day. Right, did I get to this tip here? Right, so if you're doing sea and you want nice, if you want some nice waves, get your paint out hours before. Sometimes I get mine out overnight. Put a paper plate on it, and it's nice and thick. See how thick we go? It goes really, really thick. And that gives you really great surf. Really thick. And I'll probably put another layer on over this. This is just a painting that's not finished. I'm just using it as a demo. So you can make shapes in it so that it, you know, make shapes in it so that it looks nice, more authentic. You don't need a brush, you just get your thick paint, your palette knife, and slap it on, and away you go. There. That's that. So that's, have I got any more tips for you? So you've got your paint, saving paint, you've got your nice thick paint that you can do your waves with, your surf. I'm just still working on this painting. And you've got your tip about making a beautiful, beautiful cream that you can use in your skies, and it gets sort of more authentic in the clouds. I think that's about it for the moment. I think so. So I hope you enjoyed the video. At the end of the video, I'll put some maybe a couple of my paintings at the end of this video. And if you enjoyed the video, it'd be lovely if you would like, share and subscribe. And if you would like to see some more paintings of mine, some more videos, then you could press the notification bell. And also that my videos can be supported by Super Thanks. So with that, I'll say bye for now, and as always, love from Cornwall.